Hi, I'm Chris Lozano and welcome back to Sip and Sizzle. We've had some technical difficulties that's kind of kept us off the air, so to speak, over the last few months, but hopefully those are behind us now. This is actually the second video of two that we shot back in the summer. We hope that you enjoy this video. It's actually a nice smoked salmon video. So even though salmon is kind of a summer dish that people like to enjoy on the grill outdoors during the summer, now that being Lent, if that's kind of your thing and you celebrate Lent, this will be a perfect video to go along this year with Lent. So we hope you enjoy this salmon video we shot back last summer. Hi, I'm Chris Lozano and welcome to Sip and Sizzle, a show where we talk about outdoor cooking and fine local craft beer. Today we're going to be making a honey sriracha salmon with a roasted pineapple, Habanero glaze. We're going to be cooking this on a gas grill outside using a pellet smoker tube. Now, if you are not familiar with how to use a pellet smoker tube, I do have a link for my instructional video down in the comments below. So be sure to check that out. It's a step-by-step video showing you exactly how to use that smoker tube. So before we get into it, just to let you know that I am not sponsored. So all the brand names that I mentioned in these videos are coming straight from the heart. There are brands that I use and brands that I love, and I'm not making money off of any of them. However, if you're watching this video and you do want to sponsor me, let's talk. Today I'm sipping on a Bourbon Street Amber Ale from Line Creek. Line Creek comes out of Peachtree City, Georgia. This is a wonderful smooth beer. It's got a nice malty sweetness, and as you can see, a beautiful amber color. Amber ales go great with really any type of barbecue. Hamburgers are another good pairing option, and of course, seafood, as what we're going to be doing today with this Siracha salmon. So definitely check them out. Again, that's Line Creek Brewery down in Peachtree City, Georgia. So getting into the salmon now, the star of the show is going to be, other than the salmon, is going to be Lane's Honey Sriracha seasoning and rub. Lane's comes out of Bethlehem, Georgia, by the way, so we support local here. So really this is a simple recipe. We're just basically going to just do a dusting of the Sriracha seasoning onto the salmon. We're going to let it adhere for about 10 minutes, and then we'll take it outside to the grill. A lot of people want to use like cedar planks and stuff, which is fine, completely fine. If you want to use a cedar plank with your salmon, you put it on the grill. However, I just stick with the regular butcher paper. It's a lot easier and it's very basic. So now that we're finished with the dusting with the honey sriracha seasoning, we're going to just go ahead and let this sit for about 10-15 minutes. Let that adhere, and you'll notice that it's starting to adhere because it's going to start looking wet and really, really dark. So we're going to check back here in 10 minutes, and then we'll head on out to the grill. So for the salmon, we're going to be cooking at an internal temperature of 275 degrees inside the grill. Now, what I use to measure the internal temperature is an actual surface thermometer, because they're more reliable. Now, if you look at the grills here, you know, most gas grills are going to come with this little temperature gauge right here. To me, that's not reliable. It's not consistent, it's not really accurate, and they really kind of go on the blink rather quickly. So if you go to Amazon, spend a couple bucks, get you a service thermometer. And what I'm going to do is, since we're going to be cooking on indirect heat, what I have this side is my lit side. That's my burner that's lit. We're going to be putting the salmon over here where this is the indirect part. This part is not lit, but this is the part where we want to measure the temperature. So I'm just going to stick my thermometer right here and let it get up to 275 degrees. Now here's where you have to know your grill. See, I've got a 3-burner grill. To get to 275 through experience, I know that just lighting one burner will get me there. All right, so now we are going to put our smoker tube down carefully on the grill grate, right above the burner that's lit. All right, so it's been about 15 minutes. That seasoning / rub has, as you can see, already settled. The color has changed to a darker color. As you can see, it's starting to sweat a little bit. We've turned up the edges on the butcher paper to avoid any type of liquid runoff. So now it's time to take it on out to the grill. Okay, we're here. Our smoker tube has caught on. We're going to go ahead and put the salmon on the indirect heat. I'm hitting it 275 is what we're cooking at. So go ahead and put this on here. Now, That's 275 heat for the grill. What I am cooking for is an internal temperature on the salmon of 125 degrees. USDA says to take it up to 145 degrees. I like to pull it at about 125, and then we'll put the habanero, the pineapple habanero glaze on it, and we'll go from there. So this is going to cook. We'll check back in about 20 minutes to see where we're at on the temperature, and we'll go from there. Okay, it's been about 25 minutes. The smoker tube has run its course. We'll go ahead and temp this, looking at it, and it's exactly 126. So overshot it by about a degree, but this is fine, because now what we're going to do is we're going to start glazing it. And what I'm using is the roasted pineapple habanero glaze here from the Atlanta Grill Company. I did put some here on the top shelf just to warm it up just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and start glazing our salmon. And we're not going to be shy here. We're definitely going to apply this liberally. And you know, it says roasted pineapple habanero. It's not very hot. In fact, I would actually serve this to my family. Well, my family meaning my son, because my wife doesn't do not even a hint of heat. This does have a little kick to it, but don't let the habanero intimidate you. It is not hot by any means. Same thing with the Siracha seasoning that we put on it. Again, that's more of the Siracha, the honey Siracha flavor than it is heat. This is not going to burn your mouth up. It's very, very tasty. Highly recommended. Oh, this, I'm telling you, look at the color on this salmon. The smoke that it took on. Again, I used Hickory pellets, by the way. You can also use a fruit wood. I contemplated using apple, but I decided I'd go with the Hickory. Just last minute decision, no rhyme or reason. But here we are with that roasted pineapple habanero glaze. Now what we're going to do is we're going to close this up, let it cook, or just pack up for about 5 minutes, and then we should be ready to eat. All right, we have pulled it from the grill and brought it back into the kitchen. Let's do a final temp on it. Looking at the thickest part here, we're looking at 131, which is perfect for my liking anyway. So let's see how it tastes. See, it's flaking off there beautifully. Go ahead. Oh, wow. That's where it's at right there, folks. That is where it is at. All right. Well, see if you can get on this one. I highly recommend it. It's awesome. Hey, listen, thank you very much for joining us here on another episode of Sip and Sizzle. If you haven't already, please click the like button down at the bottom. It helps me out tremendously. And of course, hit that subscribe button too, and you'll be notified every time we post a new video recipe. So anyway, until next time, again, I'm Chris Lozano, reminding you to support your local businesses, support your local breweries. We'll see you next time. Thank you.